know, Happy New Year. Okay, no. So, I think somebody was on. Who went to Square One? Anyone went for countdown? New Year countdown? No. We were all at home. Oh yeah. Still, there were thousands of people there.
Yeah, I know.
No. I was planning very much, and then it's raining. Forget it.
He was saying we should go to downtown. I said no, we should not.
Should not, exactly.
It's not.
So
when they will go to university, we can't even stop them, maybe.
Exactly. Oh yeah. Server 1, server 2, and
server 3 clean one, right? But my one, I didn't take the snapshot for that.
Ouch.
I forgot because when I just created and I was just doing the work. I didn't.
But what did we do there? Depends on if it is still clean. It can be still considered clean. Starting, let's just understand the topic.
So this
yeah.
password is expired, right?
All right. So let's just change. So just put the new password, which is small xyz, capital XYZ, shift 1 2 3. Just like small ABC, capital ABC, right? Oh. So small xyz, capital XYZ, shift 1 2 3. So if password expires, then put whatever password you want, or XYZ, small xyz, capital XYZ, shift 1 2 3, like this. So all the machines are started. Yay! Okay. So what are we talking about here? We are talking about zooming now. So IPAM is so that's the lab for IPAM now. Good morning. So we've ended this topic. Let's start a new topic now, guys. No, I'm just kidding. Come on, man. Okay.
Just now.
Oh. So IP address management, IPAM. Now this is all about that you would want to take care of those servers which are called infrastructure servers. So they are offering infrastructure services. So IPAM would be that it would offer you a small console, or actually a one console, to manage all the DNS, DHCP, and Active Directory or domain controllers, as well as the policies for remote access policies. So 4 types of servers it tries to discover in your environment, and then it simply lets you manage those. Mm-hmm. Hey, welcome back. Okay. No, actually I will repeat that 3 or 4 times. Don't worry about that. But yes, it is confusing a little, but once we are done with that, then it will not be confusing. Okay, so here, did I do anything IPAM? I didn't explain. Okay. So yeah, I'm just collecting notes somewhere as well. So IPAM. Now this is all about. I'll just put some points there that will be useful for you for interview as well. So I'll just make them bigger. So IPAM is called IP address management. That's the first thing. Second thing is should have put in that. Okay, so IPAM is this, and the second thing is it offers a central console to manage infrastructure servers. Now, infrastructure servers would be mainly DNS, DHCP, which are offering you infrastructure services, right? So it offers a central console to manage infrastructure servers, and what else it does is that all DNS. Oops, where did I start? Okay, all DNS, DHCP, domain controllers, and remote access policy servers can be automatically discovered by IPAM. All DNS, DHCP, domain controllers, and remote access policy servers can be automatically discovered by IPAM. And if these servers are in different branches or even in different forests, still we can well, different domains, we can't say forests, branches, or or domains which are child domains, right? Different domains, still they can be discovered. Okay, so the main thing here is, so if we create a diagram for that now, okay, so have we written down that, right, done? Okay, so iPad, we're talking.
If I miss something, when I see the video, I write it down.
That's good.
This 741 today?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what was supposed to be 742?
740 finished.
Finished? Oh, okay, I forgot.
No, it's not.
Okay. No, it's not. 741, I think this today
12
and tomorrow.
class.
Huh?
It's 12 class, right?
Yeah, so 2 days more remaining for that.
2 days?
Okay, 2 weeks. Is that okay?
What do you mean? This first day, not first day?
Okay, it's yeah, it's 742 will start after that.
In 2019.
Yeah, this year, this is the first day for 741. This year.
41.
Yeah, 741 is still carrying on. 741 was going on, right? Now you confused me as well.
Yeah.
Okay, so
740 is done.
that's why, yeah, that's why we say don't have a long break, right? Then we forget. 741, Master Ji. Early morning, Master Ji, huh? We haven't started the lab yet. So, okay, so no, very few topics left, so I'm just trying to cover those, and that's it. So then we'll start 742. That's also a long list of newer topics. Okay, so if these servers are in different branches or domains, still they can be discovered. Now, what we need to understand from here is that if I just create that diagram, that will be more understandable. So what we're trying to say here is that suppose you have different, first of all, your branch is this. So this samosa-like structure is a branch, and this second samosa-like structure is also a branch. Why am I referring to samosa so much? Okay, so
Thought to bring today,
no,
no?
we had, yeah, we had some, I think we had decided to have some party today, I guess.
I asked her if she said next week.
Okay. Okay, next week. No, she's not coming?
I don't know.
Okay.
When I asked her yesterday that she's bringing today, then I'm going to bring the dessert.
Okay.
Because then she said
Yeah.
she can't bring it today.
Yeah, it's okay.
She didn't tell me that she's not coming.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we're normally still in vacation mode, or we have, there are so many other things to do. So this DNS, DHCP we're talking about, but yeah, now I remember, so that's why we were talking about that. So DC. Now you see that in different branches you have DNS, DHCP, and RAS servers. Now RAS servers are which servers? Remote access services, RAS. So remote access services servers. Now if these servers are there, normally what happens is that suppose your boss says, hey, please make sure that all servers are configured properly, daily check them and check their event logs and make sure they're okay, right? So what you do is that you will now connect to each server. Either you will connect with remote desktop to each server one by one and check, okay, everything okay here, no event log, no errors, and it seems okay. Then you will connect to the other server, event log, remote desktop. So we will try to connect with each server from RDP. So we will RDP into each server and then find out if there are any issues. Yeah, remote desktop services or remote desktop protocol, RDP, remote desktop protocol. So this is longer way of doing things. Now, or we can open MMC and add other servers into it. Servers and services, servers, other servers and services into it. So the main purpose here we're talking about is if you want to manage multiple servers, maybe 50, 60 or 100 servers or even more, then you better have a central dashboard where all the servers are showing, right? So you can click this server and on the right side its screen will come. Then you click another server, on the right side its screen will come, and third server. So the servers are lined up on left side, so you could click and check quickly instead of going to run every time and type mstsc and then remote desktop into each server one by one.
What is that? We will
RDP? Remote desktop protocol.
We will.
Oh, we will RDP into each server. So this means that we will have to remote desktop into each server. So, and how did we remote desktop? If I go to run here and type mstsc, and we did that before as well. So, and this will come remote desktop connection, right? So then you put an IP address here or name, yeah, mstsc, mstsc. So you would just put an IP and you will remotely connect to that machine if it is on network, right? So this is a longer way. If you are given 50 or 100 servers to
Check one
manage,
by one, no?
yeah, one by one. So this will be one by one, but this is a longer way. So if you are given, and as a system administrator level 2, level 3, you will be given a lot of servers to handle, and you will be responsible for that. If they go down or anything happens, you have to troubleshoot that right away, other than resolving the tickets. That will be one of your responsibilities. So in that case, you should have a central a software that lets you see all the servers across the domains and branches, and then you can handle from within one screen those servers, right? So if you have one central software, that is, so we used to use RDMC, something like that, remote desktop manager software, but that was a third party software. It was the company bought for us, and that was very cool software. We could add all the servers one by one, and then click this server on the right side, this screen will come. At once go to 7th server, the screen will come here. You just have to click, that's it, and you're on that server, inside that server in fact, right? So, but here if administrators say, hey, we need a free solution Microsoft, so please can you give us free solution for that? So then comes IPAM. Oh, okay. So here IPAM does what? IPAM discovers all the DNS servers and all the DHCP servers across the organization, and if you want, it can discover domain controller and remote access servers, or RAS as well, remote access servers. It can discover them and offer you a central window to have all the DNSs and DHCPs lined up. So from one central window you can handle anything, you can change anything remotely, and you can add anything inside them remotely. So IPAM, the only purpose of IPAM is to discover DNS, DHCP, and DC across. Maybe you have 10 branches, and each branch has one DNS and DHCP, so there will be 10 DNS servers and 10 DHCP servers. So it will discover all, IPAM will discover all the DNS and DHCP servers across your organization, and then offer them centrally in your one window of IPAM. So that's the main purpose of IPAM. But it offers extra features that separately DNS and DHCP would not offer. So IPAM offers some extra features for DHCP and DNS. So if I just line it up again, it offers the central console. Yeah, actually, if these servers are in different branches or domains, still they can be discovered. So again, if I rephrase it, IPAM can discover all. Oh, I actually wrote that already. So I wrote them already. This one. All DNS, DHCP, domain controllers, and RAS, remote access policy servers, remote access servers can be automatically discovered by IPAM. This is ETH. So now what we need to do is just to understand that how IPAM is installed and how it discovers all the servers. Then there's one PowerShell command that we need to run, and that will create a group policy, and then ultimately it discovers the DNS servers and DHCP servers that we have. So this is IPAM all about, but strangely they have a lot of questions in exam for IPAM. So that's why we need to go through it just to understand how it works really, right? So it's not it's not very complicated. It's just a central console for infrastructure servers, again, which I have already mentioned here as well. And you can just simply go ahead and create your. So once the software is installed, I'm going to explain some more functionalities of that software, that role inside your server. So IPAM requirement, first of all, the requirements for IPAM is that you must not install it on a domain controller. It has to be a member server. Member server is a Windows 2016 server that is joined to the domain, but it does not have Active Directory. So if it has Active Directory, it is domain controller. If it does not have Active Directory, it is just a member server, right? So what we need to do is, I'll just go back here, and I'll just start another one. So we need well, actually, we could go for 3, but 2 would also be okay. The main thing is that first of all, IPAM has to be a clean server. IPAM, so clean means only IPAM is installed there. No DNS, no DHCP, no domain controller, no other, even file server, print server, nothing should be installed there, right? Only IPAM should be installed there. So that's why we need one more server that will have a DNS there, DNS and DHCP, right? So that's what we can do. So we already have a server 1 here. So and server 2 here, right? So server 2 right now is we can just make sure that it is having DNS as well, at least. So the first one has
create another.
Yes, exactly. So we're gonna clone one more and simply join it to domain. That's all, right? And keep it DHCP IP. Don't put static IP. This is just for today. We just need IPAM, and then we're gonna go for Nick teaming. Yay! Okay, so ADDNS DHCP. We're gonna have this, and on server 1, this is already there. Server 1 already has ADDNS DHCP, but we just want to make sure that does IPAM discover multiple servers automatically. Well, it's not going to be automatic actually. So pretty much, we can have ADDNS here as well, right? So server 2 can be a replica DC. Now we have created replica DC couple of times. So let's see. Last year we created replica DC, right?
Yeah.
Last year we did that. Yeah. Last year we did that, just 1 week ago. So, so this year also, just if I just ask go ahead, make server 2 a replica DC. Would that be enough? Or would I do that and you follow me? What?
Better to follow.
Better to follow, okay. I was looking at one of the leaders, and leaders saying, huh? So, yeah, 1 week gap is not good, right? So imagine you don't touch IT for 6 months. Everything's gone, right?
1 week, I didn't even touch the computer because I had like very busy.
Guests and yeah. Okay, so IPAM and so guys, first thing, server 1, it is already started, right? Server 2, let's make it replica DC. Then server 3, we're just going to be it's going to be a new clone. Yeah, new clone. We can just call it IPAM. Just name it IPAM 1, and that's it. So and just make it a member server. Make it a member server, and do keep it DHCP IP and not static. IPAM will discover that. IPAM is really critical. You know, if you make a small mistake on DNS, it can really give a lot of issues throughout your environment. Suppose one DNS record for Exchange server has been misconfigured through IPAM, so that Exchange server will not be able to send and receive emails, will not be discovered by name there. So any slight mistake in DHCP or DNS and we're done, right? It could create big problems. So keep so we're gonna just give it a static IP. I'll just put it as static IP. IPAM, we depend on IPAM to connect to very critical servers, right? So any critical server should have static IP. So 192.168. I think we didn't use till now 8. I don't know. We haven't used, right? 8 and 255.255.255.0, 192.168.200.1 and 192.168.200.1 again. All right, let us go ahead and try to understand that. So here, we're gonna create a new clone here. We're gonna call it IPAM, and we're gonna just put static IP there and log in from netadmin. In the end, what you need to do is log in from netadmin. Once you join the domain, log in from netadmin, right? So this is just for today. We need IPAM, and then we're going to just simply delete it after that. Then we're going to go for nick teaming, which is also a very critical lab, so you can understand that how that is done. So server 1, it's already okay. Let's go to server 2 and make it a replica DC. Why are we having replica DC? So DNS, we want to check if IPAM can discover DNS and DHCP here and DNS from this server 2, right? We can make another DHCP, but then we have to configure the failover clustering again. Multiple DHCP and multiple DNS it can discover and then show some advanced features within IPAM within one central window here. So Microsoft considers it important because it's really handling the infrastructure servers. One mistake in those servers and you're done. Yeah.
They discover the router, the switch we have in the infrastructure, or just on the server?
Actually only DNS and DHCP. That's it. So it's not gonna discover anything else. It is going to discover.
For example, if I have the infrastructure, the road, the Cisco, the Juniper, something like that, they discover?
Nope. Only servers. So, but it is discovering those servers which are DNS and DHCP, right? So suppose you have 15 branches, and every branch has DNS server and DHCP server, or 2 DNS servers, 1 DHCP server. Yeah. So they'll all be in one screen. You will see them, and then whatever changes you want to make from within one screen, you can make all the changes. So that's it. That's what it does.
Yeah, because one application, one apps.
Oh, there are many other.
Cisco,
yeah, they can discover everything. No, okay, discover. Only discover is not the main thing here. No. To manage and discover and manage them. So suppose a Cisco application discovers DNS server. It will discover what is the IP and name, right? That's it.
Yeah.
But from Cisco application, we cannot go inside and make changes in the DNS.
Okay.
So this will help. This will offer you, IPAM will offer you advanced features that you can do from IPAM to any DNS server. So it will give you some extra features as well to manage it. So discover plus management. These are two things. It's not only just discovering, right? So it is managing as well. And how managing? So we're going to check that out. Otherwise, we can connect remotely to that server, remote to that server, remote to that server. So that's a bit longer process. Okay, so server 2 here. Let's just go to server 2. And I hope everyone's logged into server 2. So normally we always log in from netadmin, yay, and the password has expired, another yay. So if the password has expired, so we then inspire. Oh, no, just kidding. It doesn't even match. So okay, your password has expired. If you see that, then press OK, and just so last password was small abc, capital ABC, shift 1 to 3. So new password will be XYZ, capital XYZ, shift 1 2 3. So it can look like this, right? XY, small XYZ, capital XYZ. If you see that it is expired, then small XYZ, capital XYZ, shift 1 2 3, right? See, it's blinking. Oh, okay. So XYZ, shift XYZ, and now I'm gonna start blocking videos again for those who don't show up. That will be so much fun. Okay, I mean like. Okay, so let's log in. So now the password is changed, and netadmin and XYZ, capital XYZ, shift 1 2 3, and log in. Yay! So are we all logged in? Yes. So server 1 is already root DC, root domain controller. Server 2 will be replica DC. Replica DCs can be 2, 3, 4 replica DCs. Root DC is always only one, right? So in this server 2, what we can do is, oh, we already have everyone has server 2, DHCP in server 2?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. Okay. Maybe failover clustering feature may not be configured. If it is also configured, then the IPAM can discover it as well. So anyway, DHCP is installed here. So server 2, we have all logged in. So let's go to dashboard and install Active Directory and DNS. Yay!
Yeah, that's what you were saying. Press server 1 only. Press OK.
Yeah, press OK.
Change the password to XYZ, capital XYZ.
Yeah, so on the next two lines, just put XYZ small and capital XYZ, shift 1 2 3. So add roles and features.
So we are going to install DNS, huh?
So we're going to install the Active Directory and DNS. So we just need to click this guy, add roles and features, and then go ahead. So 742 is even, that's gonna show us how to create big infrastructure. Anyway, next, role based or feature based. Next, so I'll be coming to you. Let's just finish this installation, then I'll just do 5-10 steps there. So server 2. So what are we choosing here?
DNS?
Yeah, and we can do both at the same time, right?
Well, when you select Active Directory, it does offer the DNS option itself. So we don't have to select Active Directory and DNS. DNS will be installed by Active Directory itself.
Domain services.
Yeah, so just click Active Directory Domain Services and add features. Wow, 1 week. 1.5 week, and we kind of forgot. Yes, sir. Changing password?
Yeah, he's just asking.
Good. Very hard, man.
Let's make sure go to server 2. Server 2 is okay. Okay, but he's doing all the steps on server 2. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, so no, netadmin, if you change the password here, then it's the new password now from now on. Wherever you connect with NetAdmin, wherever you log in.
For server 1.
Yeah, so password change will occur on one time only on any one server for that account, right? So now if you go to server 2 and log in with NetAdmin, so you're gonna use this new password now, which you just changed, right? So on any server, now it's the new password with NetAdmin.
All the change now.
Yeah, it is already changed for NetAdmin. Wherever NetAdmin now logs in, NetAdmin's new password is XYZ. Alright guys, so Active Directory domain services, that's the only thing we're gonna select.
Where I go now?
Alright, so here,
Everything.
lost, forgot. So Tim Horton, oh no, so local server, so go to dashboard, go to dashboard and then go to this one, add roles and features. Yeah, see, you didn't forget, man. See, you're there. So, okay, and then next, until you reach on the roles window. Rolls Royce.
So this Active Directory domain services will automatically install DNS also. Active
Yes,
Directory domain services.
we can uncheck that option as well, that we don't need DNS, or we can keep it checked and it will install.
Add features.
I pen this
Okay, that's it. That's it.
I need
We're gonna
to
press
the
next.
static IP
Yeah,
in the same domain.
it's a mucho critical server or muy critical server. Critical servers, static IP, if it's a critical. Any server is actually, whichever server will connect 200, 300 users, it's critical. So, yeah, static IP 200.8. So Active Directory domain services, right? And then click next. And nothing in the features, click next. And that's it, click next. And restart, click yes. So the second server and click install.
We have to restart automatically.
Yes. If you forgot, it's okay, doesn't matter. Then we have to restart ourselves. Otherwise, yeah, better click the restart. It will restart anyway. Yeah. Oh, not now. It will restart, but once we configure after that, then it will restart. Right now, it's just installing the basic files, right? Basic files of the Active Directory. So many jobs are coming for level 2, level 3, level 1. So many jobs are there on Indeed. So you should start taking interviews by when you're nearing the end of your program. So start applying and giving interviews. So promote this server to a domain controller. If you see that, you can click on this. Yes, exactly. Nice. Hey, during holidays you've been working and repeating the labs. Okay, not. Okay, so click that and you should see this screen, right?
Not yet.
Oh,
Everything is here now.
all right.
Everything. Yeah.
Everything came back. Yeah. Oh, that's what we were doing. Because we were doing so much, so we haven't forgotten it. So that's good.
So slow.
Yeah, that's too slow.
Connect with them.
Well, yeah, it has nothing to do with internet, but yeah, you can connect.
Your computer must be slow because everything on the monitor.
See drive. No?
There's too many files.
Oh, okay. On the desktop? Yeah, if you open a lot of... Oh, yeah, close that game and that YouTube video as well, movie as well.
Yeah.
Just kidding. Just kidding. No, but that is too slow. I mean, do you have a SSD? SSD, super slow drive.
No. I have.
You have SSD? Whoa. This is like stuck. This is not even moving. Is it moving? So,
Close it.
yeah, you have to check that. What is taking up your memory? No, not close. Did you close? Go back to that again.
And lots of features. Go back again.
Why?
Or did you close it?
Then you close them.
No. Did you click anywhere else or just close it?
It will go
Just
to
close
by
it.
water.
Okay, sure.
That is didn't.
Why did you close it? Next. Oh, you were on this screen?
No.
It was still installing, right?
Yeah.
Oh. I think it has installed major part of that, so it is clicked already.
What users then?
Chapter. Cancel.
Cancel, go there, it's the file there.
Cancel this one.
Cancel. Go there, is the number 1.
So, resume and promote this.
Why this looks very.
Yep. So we're here, right? Here. And so what are the options we're going to select for replica DC?
The add a domain controller.
Domain
Like
controller.
So third one, right?
No, we are not creating a new forest.
Okay, second one, right?
No, first one.
First one.
Oh, okay, we're good now.
Controller to an existing.
Came back.
Good. Everything came back so fast, actually. That's good. So yes, it's the first option we always select for replica DC. So it's the same domain, existing domain. We're gonna create a helper domain controller only. So next, I remember last time when I asked that, it was a big issue. So,
Yeah, I was one of them.
but now we're clear, right?
Yeah.
So it's a domain controller within the same domain.
But no, that's not good.
Mm-hmm.
This user cannot access list of domain users.
List of domains.
Did you buy the SSD card?
Error.
No, actually drive.
SSD drive?
No.
So we have to put the new password.
Money spent somewhere else.
We have to put the new password.
Yeah. Yeah, I put the password.
So you put the same name down to side?
No, yeah, if it is there, it's okay. If it's not there, it's also okay. Doesn't matter.
I just have Toronto.
List of domains in the forest. The error is the access is denied. Oh, okay. Maybe you logged in from netadmin. Okay, access is denied means that. Let's just log in again. Yeah. New password, right? Yes. Now it should not give you an error.
Maybe 5 or maybe
Maybe old password, yeah, it was already logged in before.
you have to go again everything.
No. This. Promote this over mentor. Now you're good. So the error is not there. So you just have to log in again, that's all. Okay. So give the password here as well. So this means I should have had the breakfast today. You know, I should have had the dinner last night as well. Hey, there was an announcement, right, that there will be biryani today. So I'm like, oh, I'm so hungry now. No, I had dinner last night. Yeah, just kidding. Okay, so let's just go ahead.
Or you can use new password.
Yeah, new password is okay. Yep. And click next. And DNS is already not there. Well, okay. It's just about to install the DNS, so we can ignore this error. That's what I meant. So
What do you do?
huh?
We
We can't do anything here, right?
No, this
Huh?
you have to click it. It will automatically be installed or not? Update DNS delegation.
No. So this error means that it is looking for a DNS right now. But since we are in the process of installing a DNS, so it's not finding it. So we can ignore that. So just click next. And then any domain controller here. Oh, thank God. Last time I didn't get that list. So server 1 here. So because this is just one domain controller here, you can just,
Only one is there.
yeah, and only one should be there.
He doesn't have the.
Server control.
Oh, okay, now you got this error. Last time I got this error. So the main thing is that it is just one, so you can either select it or even keep it any domain controller. If there were multiple domain controllers, then better to select the best one that has the least amount of errors there. So just for a habit, I'm just selecting that. Otherwise, any domain controller itself is also okay. Yeah, server 1 and click
I don't
next.
have the-
Okay, I'll be coming there now. Better sign out, sign in from netadmin on server 2. But you changed it on server 2, right?
Yeah.
So with server 1, are you logged in from NetAdmin? With server 1, are you logged in from NetAdmin?
Can I see?
Yeah, so log out from NetAdmin and log in again from server 1 NetAdmin. Because we changed the password, so maybe on server 1 NetAdmin logged in from older password. So here it's next finish, guys, and I'll come to you now. But next, that's it. Go ahead, next finish. There's nothing much. Yeah. No, sign out.
Sign out.
Sign out. No, not from here. There's right click in. Yeah. So install, and now it's going to just install automatically, and it's going to restart automatically. So
I already installed.
yeah, log in again with the new password now.
Okay.
You good?
I can go to server 2.
Yeah. And go back. Previous.
Go back.
Somebody's not using mouse. And previous. And previous. And next. And if you go further, go back. But if it goes really ahead, still it might give an error here. If it gives error here, then restart server 2 and then
Okay.
it's run again. If it gives error. Okay. Install. Alright, so while we're doing this, now we can just go for what? We can just create a new machine as well, new clone, and then just join it to domain and call it IPAM1. So while this is going on, let it restart, it's okay, doesn't matter. So let's create a new machine, third machine.
So leave it like this.
Yeah, it will keep on installing. Leave it like this, and go for template machine, exactly as you said. So template machine. So there's a template machine I have on the left side. If I click that, the main thing about that machine is it has 4 MB RAM, right? 4 MB RAM.
Take the ownership.
And cancel. So not here. You have it. So template machine, right click on that and go to this one. Right click on the template machine and go to manage. So the working, you don't have the mouse.
I have it. I just.
Oh. So in that case, you can use this one.
Or take the ownership.
Yeah.
It
You
was
can-
locked to find. I don't know.
You will be able to use this. This is teacher machine mouse. So this will use that. It will have double power. You will know everything automatically now. All the lab will be happening automatically. Where's the
Why it is locked file?
oh, you have two instances of this. Two VMware workstations are open. Okay, now
last year.
No. Okay, which?
Sure.
Virtual machines. Which one is your template machine? You didn't name a template?
This one.
So it is Windows Server 2016 UA. Frame Relay 1, Admin Frame Relay 1, Documents, Virtual Machines. And virtual machines. And then this one. So it has log files, LCK files. If you see LCK file, just very carefully delete LCK. Whatever ending with LCK, delete. So that's it. 3 LCK files. Log file just means that it is already being used. While it is even not, sometimes it shows that. Now, oh, your tablet machine is 8 GB. So this means you may have started it already. So it might not give you a clone that is similar. So that's another early morning master G, right? So because if your tablet machine is not good, good luck with the clone. I hope it works fine. So we're creating a clone. So create a link clone and just name it
IPAM 1, right?
Exactly. IPAM 1. And then change its memory to. Yeah. No, 4 GB is okay. Maybe you have two machines that are already 8. Well, yeah, 8 GB is also okay because you have 32 GB RAM, right? So I'm just gonna go for clone here, and then next, create a link clone. Yeah, right click clone. Yeah, next, and create a link clone. Now right click manage. So sure. Okay. Create a link clone.
And power on, no? Power now. Click that machine then.
What is there? You just have to go ahead. So just type here IPAM 1.
But you go to 7.2.
No, I'm IPAM
Really?
link clone.
You will set up.
4 MB RAM.
Yeah, because you didn't
So you know.
join to that domain yet.
So new password
Yeah,
is
you can give it.
New password.
You have
Your
32 GB
password,
RAM, right?
XYZ.
Second should
Because
be
my
right.
one is still ABC. Because when I started here, right?
Okay. So start and
new password, no?
yeah. Okay, create a link clone next, and then I'll just put it at the start.
But
Yeah.
but template machine have ABC password, no?
The template has ABC password. Exactly.
So
Exactly.
we can.
No, this you can log in from small ABC capital ABC equal to 3.
Yeah, that's what.
Yeah. After joining it to domain, you have to log in from netadmin, which is XYZ password.
But IPM I did admin.
IPAM 1, yeah, it is. Yeah, netadmin.
Administrator.
Yeah. So just first log in from administrator, and that has the old password. Log in from administrator, that has the old password. Yeah.
Then netadmin.
Yeah. So 4 GB. Okay. So when you're joining it to domain, at that time also you have to type netadmin there, and it will simply you have to put XYZ there as well. So template machine here, and now IPAM1 is starting, and we're gonna join it to domain, and how you log in. So you can give static IP, which is 192.168.200.8. Then you have to give this laptop to your teacher as a gift. Buy a new one, faster one.
Last year it was
Oh, last year was fast, yeah. 2019 is slow year.
Not 8. 92.168.
255, 255, 255. Press tab. Yeah, it's already there. Okay. And you can rename that as well. So put static IP, rename it IPAM1, and join it to domain with net plus domain.local. So it's hi there. So click next. And I accept the license and the password small abc capital abc 123 small abc capital abc 123. Sorry.
What doesn't come from
ABC, not XYZ.
This new password, if you give us XYZ, it's okay. Doesn't matter. But remember that you give XYZ to this local administrator.
you just refresh.
If you give ABC, that's also okay. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's like
Now changing the computer number.
yeah, computer name and domain local. You can do it at the same time.
So have we logged in from administrator? Yay!
IPAM1. And then go to domain. Do it at the same time.
Plus.
Net plus domain.local.
Yeah. And oh, it does that 2016 thing in VMware Workstation. It will just black out now. Ugh.
This sign-in administrator.
Yeah.
Doesn't go through.
So press OK. And press OK again. Right, so I'm just gonna restart this 2016. As soon as it logs in first time, it does not show any screen here. So I'll just restart.
Still
Mhm.
there.
You can do it again.
Some-
Sometime it takes
We should computer name after join the domain and give that key address, right?
Yeah. So 192.168, and the name is IPAM1,
Yeah. And the domain.
and the domain net plus domain.local. So okay. So change your VMnet. Check your VMnet if it is the same VMnet
Oh,
as
yeah.
domain controller. So it's now I'm just logging in,
Yeah.
and
at 8. That's all.
and log in from administrator.
Firewalls also have to check it or
Yeah, firewall check it as well. Oh yeah, now it is okay. It should be that blue screen came. Now press OK again. Oh yeah.
username.
Net admin.
And dashboard, and
Yes.
I'll just go to local server.
The XYZ for you.
Local server, and then so just give the static IP and the static and the name.
Net admin. XYZ.
Uncheck v6, double click v4.
Yeah, will come. Okay.
200.8 tab 192.168.200.1 tab 192.168.200.1. 1. So, alright, yay. Oh, yeah, please.
New student.
New student. Woohoo. Yay. Hello. How are you?
Hello.
Yay. And yeah, you could
She's the master for
play game.
collaboration, and today we're doing CSR too.
Nice. So good. Yay. So at the end of the course, she has to do MCSA as well.
We just put one and how you put it in there.
So 200.8 and press OK and OK. So the IP address we already gave, right? Close.
Now password.
And then I'm just gonna rename the machine and join it to domain at the same time. Yeah, so go to local server and then Ethernet 0 to give the IP. So I'll just go for rename, change. So changing it to IPAM 1 and properties, and then so it's 192.168.200.8. 200.8. So I'll just before I try to log in, join into domain, I'll check the VMnet 8. Oh, it is on 8 actually. Serious. So I'll go to 15 and then press OK. Network domain are local, so press OK here. And then net admin and the new password XYZ, caps XYZ, shift 123, press OK. And done. So it's joined to the domain, or it's gonna say this field name will remain. Yeah, it's okay, it doesn't matter. Press OK and then OK and then close and then restart now. So now we are IPAM 1. So you're gonna static IP given, right?
Yes.
And change the VMnet from VMnet 8 to VMnet 15. Right? And since my machine is starting, so I can make it yes, yeah, right click here, right click, settings, VMnet 1. Oh yeah, yours is 1, so it's okay. Yeah, and we don't need 8, so yeah.
This is okay?
Yeah, this is okay. Because you have 32 GB, so it's okay. So that's okay here. And yeah, click on the name right. Yeah, here. Click. Yeah. And jump. And here IPAM 1. And domain. That plus with our local. Alright, so we have already IPAM 1 and we're gonna log in from netadmin, the new password. No? Net plus domain. Go to domain. Dot local. You know, I should have eaten last 2 days. I should not have waited for this guy. Before a big party, we stop eating for 2 days.
One of my buddy, he does that whenever he wants to go to that buffet.
Oh.
He doesn't eat for the entire day. He goes there and eats non-stop.
Okay. Non-stop.
Like good Lord.
Okay, you're already done, so bye bye. No, it's right click here. That's where we're gonna have problem. So right click here. No, unspecified, yeah. On the whole line, right click anywhere. Edit server. And then DNS, DHCP, unspecified. So click the unspecified. And click manage. press OK. No, it's not gonna. So wait for it to make communication to the server 1 and server 2. Server 1 specifically now. I think this was
Yeah.
server 1. So it's gonna try to communicate. Make sure the firewall here is off. Make sure firewall there is off. And keep doing this. So put it on unspecified. Okay. If it doesn't show green, then again go edit and then put it on manage again. Then unspecified, then manage. Then at one day it will go green. In production environment, normally we give it, time. So we put on manage and leave it.
Yeah,
So it discovered, and then finally it goes green that it discovered it.
which of protocol used for discovering this?
So it is for discovering protocol. It is over the HTTP, over the TCP. It discovers that.
Like they open the port?
Yes, of course they have to open the port.
And also inside?
Yeah, well, within local environment it is safe. With local only you can.
So this IPM administrator are logging off the net admin.
Yes, netadmin. So other user and then netadmin, and we are ready. Yay! Netadmin and XYZ, caps XYZ, shift 1, 2, 3. Yay! So we have a new teacher today. Yay! Yeah. So we will have a kindergarten class today, and kindergarten should also have MCSA.
All are in the
We're
kindergarten.
introducing that.
All are in the same class.
All in the same class. No, MCSA is in kindergarten, right? In ABC, MCSA words come there, right? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. Okay, anyway. So, cancel. And so, if you're all logged in from IPAM 1, are we logged in from IPAM 1? So now, you would see that, first of all, server 1, server 2, server 3, make sure all firewalls are off. Okay, server 1, server 2, and IPAM 1. So all firewalls are off. Make sure all firewalls are off because we need to do this discovery. So IPAM 1 will discover server 1 DNS and DHCP, server 2 DNS, and hopefully the DHCP as well. Yeah, so local server domain, click that, and just so it is on right now for IPAM 1. So turn it off, otherwise discovery will give you a little hard time, but after you have discovered it, then you're good. Then we will check the features there. So server 1, server 2, I'm just going to log in now. Oh, it's the old password. Oh, it's a new password. Ugh. Seriously? Yeah. And XYZ for netadmin on server 1 as well. So once you're there, just make sure that the firewall is off. Dun-dun-dun. Did you already run that PowerShell command? Let
Which one?
the PowerShell command let. You're following some Google group, right? So, you just click yourself.
Yeah, you follow the instruction here.
Introduction here, inside the server itself, right? Well, then it was saying during the introduction, during the wizard of installation, to run that PowerShell command. Somebody missed it.
Okay, I check again.
Yeah, so that command is very important. As soon as you are done with the wizard of installation of IPAM, you have to open PowerShell with admin, and they are telling what is the command there. They mentioned it in the wizard. But we're reaching there now, so you're gonna see that. So okay, public is off, but I don't trust that, so I'm just gonna click that inside, and yes, the 3 are off now. So okay, guys, let's go to IPAM and install the IPAM. Yay! Okay.
IPAM and install IPAM.
Yeah, on the IPAM server, install IPAM. So let's go ahead and are we all on IPAM 1? All right.
Yes.
All right.
Not off, I want to off.
Uh-huh.
Firewall.
Yep. Turn off the firewall. Oh, this week we have just this one class, right?
Why?
Today's Thursday.
Today is Thursday.
Yeah.
Then again Tuesday we will have that class. Tuesday and Thursday. So that's why, you know.
I'm thinking Tuesday. Today I'm thinking it's Tuesday.
Oh, okay. All right, guys. So here, let's go to dashboard on IPAM 1. So on IPAM 1, let's go to dashboard and then go to add roles and features. This is one of those roles that do get installed very systematically and very organized in a very organized manner. So add roles and features here on IPAM 1. Make sure you're on IPAM 1 server and then click next. Add roles and features. Click next, next, next until you're on the roles window. Now, do you see IPAM on the roles window? Oh, you do? Okay. Because is it there? Because it's supposed to be on the next one. So go to the features window. The next to the roles is features window, and there's IPAM here. This one. Features. First of all, go next from the roles. Make sure you're on the features window, or make sure you're on the features here, and then
The next,
click that.
see the IPAM server.
Click that one.
Yeah.
Add features.
Features and IPAM. So it's here. Do we see that?
Yeah, we did it.
Oh, okay. So click next, right? So then restart, and that's it. Let's
Which
go ahead.
password coming?
Go next, that feature. Next.
And install.
Yes.
That question was not meant to be. But the worker asked that question. What to do when you're on add features? That's early afternoon, early noon, Master G. So, come on, that was so easy, man. Why did you even ask that question? So, no, I'm saying that so next time, oh, that's obvious. Next time, done. So when you ask,
You
this
told me
means,
more precaution, so that's why I asked.
this is too much precaution. This is like, if I'm walking, should I take the next step?
Yeah,
And then should I take the next step?
Careful.
And then, come on, this is obvious, man. Next step is the obvious one. We have to take the next step. Okay, so, but yeah, go ahead. And when it is obvious, there is no other way to go ahead, right? So, so I was looking at the job market, and wow, there are so many level 2, level 3 jobs are coming for cloud, for this Windows environment, for Windows Linux, or Windows Cisco, and VMware Cisco, VMware AWS, Azure, Office 365. So
It's something new for us.
yes.
We have to go for the new class.
Okay,
So
that's
that this cloud you told
Oh, that. Well, now it's talk to Mary after 7:42, right? So that's what I was told to tell students that after. So guys, is it installed? I think it is installed. It didn't restart for anyone, right?
No.
No, it didn't restart for anyone. So IPAM is there on the left side. I think everyone's seeing that now.
So we had tools.
Yeah. No. So we can go from there, but better go from here. This is this specific role, or one or two more are different from others. So if you select from the left side, you can see this environment. These steps: connect to IPAM server, provision the IPAM server, configure server discovery, start server discovery, select or add servers to manage, and retrieve data from managed servers. So this is really very good in terms of the step by step doing everything, and it's giving a heading for everything. So connect to IPAM server. We are on the IPAM server. Suppose we were not, so we would have connected to the IPAM server, but still, let's click that connect to IPAM server. I hope everyone is seeing that, and connect. So go ahead and click the connect to IPAM server. It discovers that, oh yeah, it itself is the IPAM server, so it is okay already. So you can just click on it and press OK. So it could be multiple IPAM servers as well, but we just have one right now. So press OK here. So that's the first thing that was done. Second thing is provision the IPAM server. Select the provisioning method to enable IPAM access. So let's click the provision the IPAM server. Second one, once you click that, now you can see here IPAM provides a centralized managed monitoring and auditing platform for IP address space and corresponding infrastructure servers on your network. So not only that, you can discover some of the IP addresses there, which is of course part of the DHCP we are already doing, but it can also discover infrastructure servers on your network. IPAM provides this functionality by accessing the following Windows servers: DHCP, DNS, NPS, which is Network Policy Server, or RAS. When you install RAS, then it comes. So Active Directory Domain Controller. All 4 types of servers it can discover now. So you can choose these servers to be managed or unmanaged by IPAM. Managed servers must be configured with access settings that allow IPAM to remotely manage, monitor, or audit them. So you can either configure these settings manually on each server, or IPAM can provision managed servers automatically using group policy. Now what it's saying is that in English now, that IPAM, if you implement a group policy we're going to run one command, one PowerShell commandlet, and it's going to create group policies. What does group policy do? It tries to discover the DNS and DHCP servers for IPAM. So IPAM will create group policies. Hey, group policy, please can you help me discover the DNS DHCP servers across the whole forest? So it will then discover those servers for us. So the main challenge for us will be to discover the IPAM server, DNS and DHCP server. So within IPAM server, we're going to take some time and we're going to do some things manually again and again to discover the DNS and DHCP server. It's not going to be straightforward. It has to go green. This means that IPAM is communicating with DNS, and if it is red, then this means it's still not communicating with the DNS. You're going to see where I'm talking about that. But it will help if we just create that group policies there with the help of a PowerShell commandlet. So it has to be a managed servers. Managed means IPAM is managing those servers. So that's why it's called managed servers here. This wizard also allows you to choose and optionally create an IPAM database. Local security groups are also created during provisioning that can be used to assign administrator roles. So the thing is that it's saying that, okay, you want to discover manually the IPAM server, which is even a longer process. Better go for GPO. If you choose the GPO based provisioning method, you cannot change to the manual method after completing this wizard. However, you can use the set IPAM configuration Windows PowerShell commandlet to change from manual to GPO based provisioning later if desired. So we're going to use this commandlet, set-IPAM configuration, right? So later we're going to use this commandlet. So next, let's click next. For now, it's just the introduction screen here, nothing much here, but all the information is there. So next, and then it's going to install a WID. What is a WID? Oh, it says there. Windows Internal Database. Hey, she said that. Windows Internal Database. That's good. So the answer is correct. Whatever you said, answer is correct. Yeah. So, and 1433 port, we have to remember it for the interview, right? 1433 port is for 1433, this port. Yeah. What is the purpose of this port? The port is for databases. SQL. In interview, any port, anytime, you know. You're the advanced guy, right? For newer guys, you know. Oh man, in level 3 interview, they asked me also the ports as well. When I was saying, oh, virtual machine will have SQL Server, other virtual machine will have Exchange Server, I was explaining some other scenario. They said at once, oh, what is the port for both? And because we will have firewall. So which port will you open, which port will you block? For VMware, when they ask the ports, there are at least 11 ports.
Oh.
So good luck remembering those. But 5 or 6 you say, and they will understand. Okay, we can't possibly remember every port. But Exchange server is just port 25, right? But they do ask that when you have to open the port in firewall, right? Then you need to know the port.
Exchange server?
Exchange server is port 25 for emails.
It's very basic.
Yeah,
Basic?
it's very basic, man. It's it's very.
25 in Exchange server. This email.
Yeah, wow, confidence. That's what we need. Confidence, man. Okay, so port 53 is
Which one?
port 53, 53.
UDP.
DNS, exactly. Okay, so WID is the free database from Microsoft, and it's going to install, the free database is for small organizations. If you have separately installed SQL Server, then you will connect to that database from here. But we're just gonna keep it selected like this and click next.
Select one.
We have already selected this. It's already selected here.
It's automatic. No?
Yeah, it's automatic. So click next only. So there is nothing to
Default.
by default. Yes, he's taking out your mistakes. No, it's correcting. Correction is for everyone, right? It's not just for one person. So that's good. So guys, we want the servers to be discovered through group policy. So we're going to be running that command after that, which is actually Invoke-Ipam Gpo Provisioning. This is the actual command. The previous one was, if you have already done the manual, if you've selected the manual, then you go for the previous one. This one is this. Did you run? So see this Invoke-Ipam. You just have to run that and you're good. So, but anyway, here GPO, it's gonna create 3 GPO policies, but it is asking what name you want to give. From what name you want to start these policies. So we can just put here IPAM. So then we will know that these are the 3 policies created by IPAM. When we just give the GPO name prefix, it should start. These policies should start from IPAM name. You can just put any name here, but IPAM would be the most meaningful. All right, let us go ahead and try to. That's it. So IPAM is given here. So later we're gonna run this policy as soon as the wizard finishes. Oh, not policy, that the PowerShell script or command line, not script. Next, and now it says this wizard will make the following changes. First of all, it's gonna create GPO based provisioning method. So it's gonna create group policies. Then these settings will be applied on managed servers using the following GPOs. So these 3 GPO policies will be created: IPAM DHCP for DHCP servers, IPAM DNS for DNS servers, IPAM DC NPS for domain controllers, and network policy servers, which are installed by RAS or RRAS. So create IPAM provisioning GPOs in each IPAM managed domain using the invoke GPO. So again and again, it's saying that you have to run this dude here, invoke-ipam GPO provisioning PowerShell commandlet. So we're going to do that as soon as we finish the wizard. We're going to open the. Oh, it works. Okay, that's
I
good.
think. Oh.
It should be green, basically. That should be green, right? That's where we say IPAM is working. All the servers that we add should be green. So, okay guys, what we're talking about is coded language right now. It is encrypted language. So, but when we reach there, it will be decrypted for everyone. What we're doing. So, okay. Okay. All right, exactly. Apply. Man, you had good vacation, man. This is good. The confidence is showing. He studied a lot, man. In Niagara Falls and in,
No.
Niagara Falls, holidays. Who studies the holidays, man? Good. So click apply. That's good, man.
So this is a free.
This is a free one. Built in IPAM into the server. So you just pay for the license of that server, and then all these features inside those are free. So guys, IPAM provisioning completed successfully. I think you are all seeing this.
So no, you just talking there's something alternative also, the IPM third parties also.
Yeah, there's third party.
Why people are buying the third party?
because it has a lot more features. It's more user friendly than this one. But since now it's a built-in feature and free, so yeah, people should get used to it. It's all about getting used to. If they already have that other third-party software and the boss is using that, so why not I? And that was really good. RDMC. I'll put that up on internet. That was really useful to handle hundreds of machines, 50, 60, 80 machines. Okay, so now it says here next steps. So first it says IPAM provisioning completed successfully. Now next steps is create GPOs in each IPAM managed domain using the Invoke-Ipam Gpo Provisioning. IPAM Windows PowerShell commandlet domain administrator privileges will be required. So of course we are logged in from NetAdmin, so we have the domain admin privileges. So let's open. So first of all we'll close that, but we know that this command Invoke-Ipam GPO Provisioning, we need to run this commandlet in PowerShell. So let's click the close button and then open the PowerShell with admin privileges and run this command. But I'm just going to open my slide as well to show that how to run this command, or is it exactly just this then we need to run, or yeah, there it is. So Invoke-Ipam Gpo Provisioning, and that's it. So Invoke-Ipam Gpo Provisioning, that's it, and run it. So make sure that it is admin privileges. PowerShell is open with admin privileges, right? The rest is just IPAM configuration itself. I also have that screenshot taker where I have taken a screenshot of my lab. Oh no, not this one. Okay, anyway, so it's not that, it's just a picture. So anyway, let's go ahead and Invoke-Ipam GPO provision command, and I'll just go down here. Why did you run Invoke-Ipam GPO provision? There's a question here as well. You ran that commandlet for setting the IPAM server permissions to manage servers in the domain. So okay, Invoke-Ipam GPO Provisioning, this is what we're going to run. I'm just going to go back to the server now, and here in the server you can just you can left click first of all like this, left click like this, and then you see this Windows PowerShell, right? You see this Windows PowerShell, so right click on the PowerShell, click more, and you see run as administrator. So this is all written here. Yeah, I think we've opened that before as well, so I think it is, everyone's there, right? So run as different user. Oh no, run as administrator. I should have just.
It comes yes.
Yes.
Yeah, so we put yes. Run as administrator, and there's a yes. And now let's just put that command. What command? Yes, as you said. Okay, so this is the command. So go ahead, guys. Invoke-Ipam GPO Provisioning.
This one is case sensitive.
Well, so in PowerShell, it's not case sensitive. PowerShell is not case sensitive. So if you type Invoke-Ipam and press tab, it's gonna autocomplete this. So Invoke-Ipam and press tab, it's gonna autocomplete this. So I'm just gonna do that now. Invoke-Ipam. So I'm just gonna go there and make it bigger. Oops, not that big. Okay, that big. So Invoke-Ipam tab, and there you go. Oh, okay, yeah, it actually worked. So Invoke-Ipam GPO Provisioning, and press enter, and it asks for a domain name. What is our domain name? Net plus domain dot local. That's it. Net plus domain dot local. And GPO prefix name. What? Good, man. You're already ahead of us, man. You're 20 years ahead. You're in flying cars right now, and we are still on the cars on the road. Okay. IPAM. GPO prefix name is IPAM. So we've done that, right? So let's press enter. So now it asks that yeah, be careful and blah blah blah. I'm about to create that and it's going to. So be careful again. So default is Y, which is yes. So if you don't write anything and press enter, it default is Y, or just type Y and press enter. So I'm just not typing Y and pressing enter. And up there should be a green line now, importing GPOs, linking GPOs, and done. There was a green line shortly, or it is still there? And once that is done, now we can go ahead with the rest of the IPAM configuration. So is it done for everyone?
Not yet.
Let me know when it is yes yet. No. So once it is done, oh man,
Still linking.
SSD. Oh, it's not yet for you as well. Not yet, right? Done? Yes yet. And done, right? Yes yet. And you're already like 20 years out of us. Oh. Okay, the General Gabriel. General.
General is a play game in Italy. You play with the glass and the.
Oh, okay. It's a name of game.
Yeah,
General. Oh, okay. Nice. So, okay, guys, if it's done, not done. Maybe it is done. No.
No, it's still linking.
No, this is the green.
Okay, now I guess it might be a problem.
You're safe now, green zone.
Yeah, green zone. I hope it doesn't turn into a red zone now, because it's taking so much time. So, maybe you could press enter or something, but click on that and, well, actually, yeah, it is doing its work. So if it's linking and it's taking so much time, then I hope the firewalls were off on server 1, server 2. After that, you didn't restart. You guys didn't restart, right? Okay. Oh, firewalls were off on IPAM 1 as well, right? Okay. Let's go ahead. Oh, it is red. Because if it takes that much time, ouch. Okay. Did you open the PowerShell with admin privileges? Obviously. Right? Okay, run again. Up arrow. And enter. And yeah, oh yeah, what did you type there totally depends on that. What did you type now? So, was it correct? The spellings were okay or not?
Net
So,
admin?
net plus domain.local. Last time you put net admin. That's
No,
what.
no, net plus.
Okay, so net plus domain.local,
So
just
one
type.
more time I can check it.
Yeah, sure. So what you type here, and I hope you've put IPAM as what I put there as a GPO prefix. If you put that, then only it will work. And yeah, you can just make it capital as well. Maybe you put capital.
No, I put.
So net plus domain.local and then Invoke-Ipam Gpo Provisioning. So once that is done,
It's taking time again, so I don't
GPO provisioning, IPAM.
IPAM, IPAM, yeah. It's not gonna? It's again linking?
time again.
Oh.
Enter.
What about if we restart again? Try again?
Could be that.
Validating for parameters.
So we did join it to domain, obviously. What kind of question is that? Of course, we join it to domain. Oh, it is linking again. Okay. So yes, ultimately, you have to restart the IPAM. If that, even after that doesn't work, then you have to restart the server 1 and then IPAM. Ouch. So restart IPAM now. So guys, let's take a 10-minute break and then come back. And break is for those, no, it's for everyone, yeah. That and I'll show you here and let's compare as well. So what you see there, I should be seeing that too. So on server 1, I'll go to tools and go to group policy management here. And if I expand the domain in group policy management, I see actually,
You see the DNS, but I don't
NPS,
see the DNS.
DHCP,
Why I don't
DNS.
see the DNS?
That's a very good question. What's the next question? Oh, well, this means it either your environment DNS. No, it's not related to environment. It's that command. So if the command is still not detecting or running anything properly, then you know what? We'll try to discover. Next stage is now discover the DNS and DHCP. If it is able to still communicate even without creating that, we'll be okay. If it's not, then it's the longer procedure. So let's go for
Maybe that's what everybody will learn too, right?
yeah. So DNS, DHCP, DC, NPS, if it's there,
CNP is there, DHCP there, but DNS is not there.
you know what? If you discover DHCP as well, so it could be this machine issue. But if you discover any one of those as well, the main thing is how to discover any one or all. But if you can discover one, and if the command runs in future perfectly, you can discover others as well. So first is how to discover. Second is how to manage. So if you discover even one of them, we can still learn how to manage them. So IPAM 1, I'm back on IPAM 1 now, right? And in this, the next step is, so I'm on IPAM 1, minimize this. The third one is configure server discovery, right? Configure server discovery, and then, wow, we're already there. Good. Configure server discovery, third one, and now it's going to ask select the forest. So let's select the forest now and click. So if we click down, so click the get forest.
My one is already showing here.
That's good. That's
domain not local.
yours also? No? Hey, that's good. So it's working better than ours. So get forest. Once we click the get forest, a background task has been started to fetch the trusted forests. Please close the configure server discovery dialog and launch it again after the task finishes. Did we do that? Right? So you see the same thing?
Yes.
You also see the same thing? Normally what happens is it doesn't show it this way. I mean, the way it showed to her, that's how it's supposed to show us. But it didn't. So, okay, we'll trust at the task that was running here. If you already click the get forest here, then press OK down here. And then we're gonna again do the provisioning. So press OK down here. Now, discovered servers are based on.
So when if it's already there, what?
No, you're good. So you wait for us, right? So because we need to discover it. So configure server discovery again. Now I pressed OK, and now I've gone out. So I'm gonna go inside and check. Oh, it is okay. It is there.
Yeah.
So it's an extra step we had to do, but it's good that you didn't have to do that. So netplus-domain.local root domain, if it is there, you're good. Let's just add that domain. Suppose we had child domains there. So suppose we had ny newyork.netplus-domain.local and downtown.newyork.netplus-domain.local, it would have discovered all of those. So we can just click the add button here, this one, add button. So you will see now it is asking for this particular domain, netplus-domain.local, what do you want to discover? Domain controllers, DHCP, DNS, or any one of those or any two of those. So we're going to keep all, discover everything for us, all domain controllers. So we have two domain controllers, we have two DNS servers, we have one DHCP, hopefully two if the failover, DHCP failover is still configured. So we have these three servers configured here, press OK. The three types of services are. So let's go for start server discovery. That's the fourth one now, right? So let's click the start server discovery. And now it's the blue line here. You have to follow that. And this means the processing is still going on. This one.
New window is coming. The current session of server discovery is still in progress.
Yeah. So it's okay. I mean, like, let it work. So I'm just gonna scroll to the left side here, and there are one or more IPAM tasks running in the task scheduler. Please wait for their completion. This is written. But if you go to the more button here, I'll just make it bigger screen so I could see here. So if you go to this one, more, here on the right side, right? If you click that one, so it's gonna tell you some extra options there. If you click, so this, when you click more, this comes overview, task details and notifications, and now it says completed. Before it was saying running.
My one is still running.
Oh, okay, that's good. So IPAM server discovery task, and then IPAM server discovery task. So if it says complete, it's close it. If it's still say running, even then you can just close it because it is showing the same status here as well, that it is still running. Is it complete or running?
No, no, no.
Running. Oh, yours is complete, and yours is running. Okay.
Please wait for their completion.
Good. Man, Varkan is flying. Very good. If you can recreate the whole environment yourself, wow. Amazing. Alright guys, so, well, it's still running?
Come
Refresh?
discover server based on.
Yeah. So then comes the fifth task. That's where we're going to be
No,
stuck a bit.
it's running.
My one is complete. So
So, Miraj, you can see this one.
please refresh to update.
Refresh. So I'll just click refresh here. Click on top of that. Select or add servers. So at the,
I can go now on the 5th.
yeah. Oh, you're done, right?
No.
Oh, no. If it's not done, you cannot. So once it is done, you can come to the fifth, right? So let's click the fifth because there I will explain a little more. Now, how many servers are discovered for?
Two.
2 and
Server 1 and server 3.
okay, and server 1 and 2 for me, and Bhavin for you also 1 and 2,
Yes.
and Gabriel, General Gabriel. Okay, yeah, I'm saluting always. Yeah. Hey, the cut is good, man. You know, there's a military cut. Attention.
Yeah.
Military from here. Okay, so here I watch too much movies.
But for server 3, we are one showing the DHCP, right?
Uh-huh.
When you scroll.
Oh, okay. Here.
Server type.
Yep.
It's a DC, DNS, DHCP. But for me, the server 3 doesn't show the DHCP.
But does it show DNS?
DNS.
Oh,
DC,
that's good.
DNS.
Okay, so it does discover DNS then. That's good. So why is it not showing DHCP? You know why? Because maybe in my server 2 DHCP is still configured fully, but in your case maybe DHCP is not configured. Was it installed in server 3 already, DHCP? But maybe it's not. It's empty. Maybe it's empty. So if it doesn't get discovered, maybe it is empty. If it gets discovered, it is working fine, right? So if you see DC DNS DHCP on both, that's okay. If you see DC DNS DHCP on one and DC DNS on the second one, that's also okay. Doesn't matter, right? So what are we trying to check here? Now it says that there's a yellow triangle, right? So yellow triangle means, and it says IPAM access status is blocked. I think blocked is showing for everyone,
Yeah.
right? Okay, so this means now is our so let's click on server 1, right click on server 1 like this, right click on server 1. It's still running. So once you right click on the server 1 and click edit server, oh, you got a message?
Edit server.
Yes.
Miraj, you got a message?
This current session of server discovery is still in progress.
Oh, okay. So yeah, you have to still wait for that. So when you're there, let me know. I'll show you what to do next. So right click on server 1 and edit server. Once you go to the edit server, so now it says provide server details and other custom field mapping details. It wants to discover, it has discovered actually, but it needs to communicate with these services now. So how to communicate with these services? Right now, manageability status. IPAM is managing that server or communicating with that server or not. So manageable status is unspecified. So click that and go down to manage. Once we all go down to managed. If the communication between IPAM and DNS, DHCP, DC is okay, it's going to go green. Otherwise, it's going to go red. So lucky ones get green after several attempts. Several what? We're going to put it on manage, press OK. Then it's going to go red. Then we're going to again right click and edit and come here. We're going to put it back to unmanaged and press OK. Then we're going to keep on doing it managed, unmanaged, or managed, unspecified, managed, unmanaged, unspecified until we want the result faster. Otherwise, in production environment, we put it on, we go on weekend, we go Friday night or Saturday morning, and then we sit here and IPAM, okay, 20 servers are discovered there. Okay, let's put it on managed and let's go for lunch. And let's take it time. It will try to communicate. We will make sure that the communication is perfect. Like IP is, they're pinging of course, and the firewalls are off, or the ports have been added there. So this manage, I'm just going to click the managed here for server 1 and press OK. As soon as I do that, the lucky ones get green. Otherwise, after doing it several times, managed, then unmanaged, press OK. Then go back again, managed, press OK.
The unmanaged then shows green.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
That was fast. So you can sell this laptop to me.
Yeah, this is, now it's green. When I show the unmanaged.
Okay.
Unmanaged.
But yeah,
So
mainly it should be managed.
Yeah.
Mainly. So so already it is. If it is green, yeah, the lucky ones get it. So right click again on the server 1, edit server. Now you also see here retrieve all server data and refresh server access status. Right. So we can play with them. We can select them, retrieve all server data. It will try to retrieve from that particular server, and if it doesn't happen, then right click again and go to unmanaged, and then retrieve all data. Then again go to managed, then retrieve all data. So we want the result faster, that's why we're doing that. Otherwise, and refresh server access status. So on managed, it's not showing me green yet. So I'll just try to right click here again and click the edit server. And then I'll go to manage and just change it to unmanaged, right? And press OK. And yes, current manageability status of the server to unmanaged will move the server under unmanaged server group. Would you like to continue? Yes. So unmanaged and then refresh server access. Right click again, refresh server access status. This one. So we're trying to make the communication happen. Now this is only on server 1. I'm going to go to server 2 and make it busy as well. Hey, try to communicate with that DHCP, DNS and on server 2 as well. So I'm just going to click the edit server there. Instead of blocked, I'm going to just change it to first managed. Press OK. Right click, retrieve all server data, and then refresh server data. If it doesn't work, then change it back to unmanaged and then do the refresh again and then back to managed and refresh again. So it's kind of we want the result. Otherwise, just leave it there to communicate and come back after few, maybe half an hour, or but once we are doing that, we have started doing that, so we can talk about other features and then come back again. Some of us become green after a little while. So now the question to the little girl, what is IPAM? No, just kidding. Okay. So, yeah, the question is, you're okay, right? You're good? Yes, yes. Oh, yes. And what did you color? Wow, that is so good. You're the winner today. Very good. Yay. Yes. That's good. Very good. Okay. So, managed. And let's click unmanaged and press OK. And yes. Oh. Is it green? Oh, okay.
Not there yet.
No one green?
No. My one is green when it's not.
Oh, when it is managed, it is red?
When it's managed, it's red. When it's unmanaged, it's green.
Okay. No, after some time, it turns to green for everyone. For till now, whenever I did that lab, I was the last one to turn green. All others, when they are green, then I get green as well. So I'll just click the manage there. That has been the record. Oh, it's red again. So, but we don't have to really do that a lot. So I can explain other features as well here. But if one of them is green, then we can see some of the other extra features there as well. If even one is green there, so I'll just click the manage here, refresh. On unmanaged, I'm also refreshing, but it's not really working. So edit server and then click managed here. Otherwise, leave it there on managed, press OK, and come back after, and keep refresh after half an hour or so. It's just trying to communicate. That's the main thing. It does not work right away. It's just whenever they are able to communicate, then it will work. So on managed, retrieve all server data again. I'll click that and right click and refresh, and right click and retrieve, and okay. So and just refresh the whole main window here as well. It will refresh the whole status here, and one day, Monday or Sunday, it's going to be green. Oh, it's not green for anyone? No? Okay.
What happens if I use the auction manual? What's up with that?
Manual would be, then you have to add the server here yourself, and then after that the communication, it has to be done by itself. But you add the server yourself here. Group policies kicked in, and once they're added here. If you go for manual, it might not appear right away, server 1 and server 2.
But the question is, when I run this command, invoke,
Oh yeah,
this command create this group
GPU.
policy,
Yes.
or
Just wait.
this group policy create before?
No, that command created that. If the command is not successful, this means it's not created.
I'm not sure. No,
It was not successful for him, so he had to create a new machine now.
I cleared the again.
I don't think so, because
What?
No,
Okay. Then it's your domain controller itself. It's the group policy that is not letting you communicate with that. So it's not the machine itself. It's the domain controller.
Sir, what?
Server 1
What is the problem?
has issues. We have to check that why group policy is not being created there. So other than the, we have done some experimentation here. Although even if we do experiment, it doesn't really stop the group policy to be created. So your domain controller has a problem. Hey guys, in order to do this, we can also run, and you can also run, Dwarkan, you can run these commands with us. GP update / force on all 3 servers.
sorry, what?
GP update / force
Where?
on all 3 servers. GP updates / force. All 3 servers. All 3 servers.
Right?
Yeah. No, go to PowerShell or command prompt. So go to server 1, guys. Everyone, go to server 1. And just open command prompt admin and GP update / force. Go to run command prompt admin GP update / force. So why are we doing that? And one more thing. So 3 commands on all 3 servers. Which one? GP update / force, ipconfig flush DNS and register DNS, ipconfig register DNS, of course. These 3 commands, what do? They let IPAM access the server 1 and 2 by name more quicker. Or we are just trying to tell IPAM server, hey, this is our DNS server, come here and try to communicate with us, that DNS server, and then retry to communicate with the services again. So GP update / force, IP, let me just write them. See this? 3 commands on all 3 servers. So GP update / force,
Space, huh?
yeah, space / force on all 3 servers. And once you enter, of course, it's going to update the policy. And then the next command is ipconfig flush DNS and ipconfig register DNS, third one, which we already, ran so many times. So first is GP update / force on server 1. I'm running that ipconfig space / flush DNS. We ran it so many times. You know what? If you want to run both commands at the same time, then type space and then ipconfig space / register DNS. First, let me try that. So I want to run 2 commands, right?
Yeah.
So okay, ipconfig. Oh no, my spellings were incorrect. ipconfig. But if you want to run two commands, normally it works for other commands. ipconfig space flush DNS and register. And if I press enter now, yes, it is working.
Plus DNS.
So see this? ipconfig space / flush DNS and space / and space ipconfig, the next command, right? So in PowerShell it is like you put pipe there, and here you put and in command prompt. So if you put and, you can run this next command as well. You can tell in one line, hey, run this command, then run this command. So type the and. So it ran both commands now, which is good. We could just try that and gp update / force as well, and it might run as well in one full line, 3 commands. You know what? I'll just test that now. And gp update. I'm just testing that if it works or not, so you don't have to really run that. So 3 commands here: flush DNS and register DNS and gp update / force. So if I press enter here, it runs the flush DNS, then it runs the register DNS, and then it is updating the policy. Woohoo!
So we are already done, no?
Yeah, you already done. I'm just testing that you can run
IPAM too?
3 in 1. Yeah.
IPAM and
Yeah. Now you can just copy this and run it on second server and third server as well.
And
See this? And GPU to force. So just copy this or just type it all on server 2, and then type it all on server 3 command prompt admin. Yeah. But you can keep on adding more commands and just save it somewhere and then run it, or just put it on a batch file called copycon.batch. Right? So these 3 commands, I'm just gonna copy it from here and write.
how this copy?
Yeah, so first select it,
Yeah.
select like this, and then right click on top of this selection. If you right click, it's okay, it's copied already. Otherwise type the whole thing. So I'm just gonna go to server 2 here.
click.
Yeah, just right click on top of the selection,
Yes.
then it is copied. Then go there on the next page and paste it. I'm going to server 2. Yeah, go to server 2
Server 2.
and right click, go to command prompt admin.
My one came red.
Oh, then check the spellings.
So do we have to do it like
See this?
which one?
Yeah. So I'm running on server 2 all 3 commands. You can run it separately, but if you copy it and paste
Why
it,
paste?
is not working, then type. So these are 3.
My one
Enter.
missing, but it didn't work.
Then check spellings.
Successfully.
Good. Then go to third one and run this whole line there as well on IPAM 1. Yeah.
Control C, we can put Control C.
No, right click on top of it. Normally that's how it selects. Right.
What?
No, leave the mouse and go on to the selection, white area. Go on top of the white area and right click. Now it is copied already. Now go to server 2 and paste. Right click again. Yeah. Enter. Okay, on server 2 it is done. I'll just go to server 3 or IPAM 1 and run it there. It may work, it may not, but we are just refreshing our whole servers. So I'm just going to right click here as well and press enter on IPAM 1, and it's running all 3 commands there.
There were 2 also.
Yeah, server 2 and then IPAM 1 or IPAM 2 in your case. So run all 3 commands here. And so guys, that's one thing here, that we can run these commands, but it takes time. It's kind of a matter of time. It's not gonna just straightforward shows green. So I'll just click here again. Oh, manage this block again. So I'm just gonna go edit server and click the unmanaged again. Press OK. Yes.
But I cannot go far from a start server discovery. The same message is coming. It's still running.
Oh, still running. Wow, now that's too long. So I'll click unmanage again and press OK. And yes. Well, if it's still running, you could just close the server manager and open that again. Yeah. So guys, while this we will be trying, so leave it there as well, and after some time just try it, but let's discover other features of IPAM.
Because everybody left.
Normally we have to let it go ahead. Oh, this is the fourth time it is coming. So once it is going, let's not touch anything else. Right? But sometimes it takes a long time, sometimes lesser. You have to click that again, right? If you click that again, it will start again. Or if you click that again,
Now I
while
can
it is
run.
working.
This for my left plus domain doctor I can run.
Well, run it and I hope it works, but no guarantees. So if you click that again, whenever it finishes, then it will start again. So let's not click that. Yeah. So, but yeah, you have to really wait for it. Please wait for this one. Right?
Not good.
It's not communicating with your group policies. Something wrong with the domain controller group policies. So one. So in this environment, especially maybe IPAM is not able to communicate, but the next lab is Nick teaming. Nick teaming has nothing to do with group policies, but the group policies has some issue. If I would have that issue, I would want to change or add another domain controller there, or then it's a long troubleshooting. Why group policies? It's not communicating with group policies. Why is it not? Right? You can run this same command in server 1. So go to server 1, open PowerShell with admin privileges, and run IPAM, invoke-ipam command there. Right now you're running on?
IPAM 2.
Yes. So run the same one on server 1. Let's just try this one last thing. So we can try to troubleshoot that. So guys, while this is going on, we can give it time in every course. Every time we had to just go ahead and then come back, and for some it would be green, for others it would be green at other time. But this is all what we can do, and it's gonna communicate at its own time whenever it is able to communicate. So we can refresh, we can just manage and then keep on doing that, right? So while this is going on, we can see on the left side some of the other extra options of IPAM. One is server inventory there, then there is IP address space here. Now IP address space, it has many functionalities. IPAM can show you how many IP addresses have been discovered, how many IP addresses are remaining in IP range. If we click the IP address block here, so if there are any IP address ranges, it's going to show that. Right now it hasn't discovered, it is not green, the servers are not green, that's why it's not showing those ranges as well. But you can see that there are IP addresses, how many IP addresses have been taken, IP address blocks and IP address subnets. So IP address block is just one full range there, and then subnets of those range like 200, 201, 202, 203. But we don't see anything here right now because the servers are not discovered yet. Second thing is that if you go to the task, so I'm on IP address block again. In fact, so we just need to see what are the features there, what it offers. So once you click the tasks, then you see add IP address block, add IP address subnet, add IP address range. So you can do everything from within IPAM. This means you don't have to remotely log in from remote desktop to a remote server. Suppose you're sitting in Toronto and the IP address range, new range you want to add in a DHCP server in New York. So you can, if the New York DHCP server is already added there successfully and it is green here, then you can just do everything from this single screen of IPAM into that server. So we're going to try to do that too as well, if we want to add an IP address range there, IP address subnet there, once it is green, we will come back here and try to add the range from here. So we can directly go to DHCP and do that, or we can do it from within the console of IPAM, right? So there are so many features here that we can use if the servers are discovered successfully. But so let's go ahead a little. This is IP address inventory here. It is also not showing anything right now, but this means that if you go to the IP address inventory and tasks here, then you can see add IP address, edit IP address inventory group, import IP address blocks, import subnets, ranges. Suppose you have all the IP addresses mentioned inside the CSV file or Excel file, and normally it's a CSV file, which is like a text file, txt. So you can then import all the ranges from there as well if it's a big amount of subnets and ranges you have defined there. Then IP address expiry log settings. So it will check the DNS that which IP addresses are expiring their lease time, right? So it will check the logs of that server or servers, DHCP servers that you have discovered in IPAM, retrieve address space data. So how much IP addresses have been already used, how much are remaining. Suppose in a range you have already used up 80% of the IP addresses, so it's going to show you that how much are remaining there. And purge utilization data. So whatever data you have retrieved from there or from different DHCP servers, you want to delete that data. You want a new data to be imported, then you can purge that utilization data. So it all depends on definitely that if we can do this task, if the servers are discovered. If I go back to the inventory here, server inventory, unblock, I'll just do one more time, edit. I'll keep on doing it after time to time. So I'll unmanage to block managed, and okay, and there also unmanaged to, and so I just went this second one on the top,
And there.
yeah, and then right click on the same line here, unmanaged, and change unmanaged to manage and press OK. Oh, you can see, woohoo, one is green. It's just a matter of time, guys. But if you keep doing that, it will go green. Now we can communicate with server 2 actually. Oh, okay. So after some time, change. Then change after some time. Give it time, right? But it's not communicating with group policy. That's something wrong with the group policy then. So you did create a new machine and then install the IPAM. That's wow, first of all.
No,
And
even the server 1,
it's
the command is not working.
exactly same. Oh. Yes, because IPAM is not installed there. Okay. So did you put invoke-ipam
If I put the
tab?
is not working.
Oh, then where IPAM is installed, only there it will work then. And there it's not working. So for this IPAM specifically, it's not communicating with your Active Directory. Group policy. Active Directory is okay. Group policy is not communicating. Now there are long troubleshooting. You go to tools and event log, event viewer, and then check the events. We can check that, but that's longer troubleshooting now. So, okay guys, one is managed here. I'm just gonna go for second one as well. I'll just click edit server, change it to unmanaged again. Press OK. Yes, and unblocked. Right click, refresh server access status, and then this is called triggering as well. Just try to trigger, just change the status, then change it back, and this will have another trigger to want to communicate and make it communicate again, right? So unblocked here, unmanaged. I'm just gonna go to edit server again and go to managed, press OK. Okay, hey, I used to be the last one having 2. All students would have it, and then I was like, okay, now I got it. This time, this is only class. This is the first time it's happening. I got both. Woohoo! Yay! I'll just keep looking at it for the rest of the time. Yay! Just kidding. Okay. So, but you know what I did. So that's what you have to do. And
On it, manage and manage, and manage.
or keep it unmanaged, and let's just follow what I'm doing. But after some time, just put it to unmanaged and then manage again. So give it time and then change the status. Changing the status triggers the communication again. That we're telling it, hey, communicate again now. Yeah, right? So you understand what I did, and you can do it too after some time. So
I don't know that.
no, you followed the same procedure. It's not there for anyone else as well. And previous classes, I was the last one. But what we did, if we did that correctly, then it will happen either now or later. If something wrong there, then there's wrong. So you saw the 3 policies there as well? IPAM, DNS, and group policies. Did you check in server 1?
Just wait. Just do it again.
You went for manual? Oh, you again? Ooh.
It's not gonna just come green automatically.
So yeah, it's
Go again.
change the status, but give it some time. Like wait for
Manage.
4 minutes, 5 minutes, and then do it again.
Do the same thing for the second one. But it's not going to be doing right away, right?
Yeah, it could be any time for anyone.
Yeah.
But I didn't restart. I didn't have to restart any of those. But it's different for different, environments or different computers. Okay, whoa.
For shutting down.
Hey, class is not over.
My one just started shutting down.
Oh, you know why? The activation. I think the new machine is expired already. So every half an hour it's going to shut down. So just change it to VMNet 8 and,
VMNet 8?
Yeah, VMNet 8, so it could get activated. Once it shows 180 days, then it will never happen. You know that procedure, right? VMNet 8 and then activate. Okay guys, here, so, but we need to understand what are other features inside that IPAM. So if I go to the virtualized IP address space here, now we can see here IP address ranges, IP addresses, IP address subnets. Main thing that happens is in the monitor and manage area.
No.
No, you're ahead of your friend. Miraj is ahead of Dwarkan, right? Dwarkan has some issue with the root DC, group policy management. He has it. So monitor and manage. So inside there, if I go to DNS and DHCP, now I see like this. Whoa, that's good. So DNS and DHCP, if you go under the monitor and manage, if it is discovered, it will show green for every one of those. And then you can see a lot of extra features that are available if your DNS is there. So you can see server 1 DNS and server 1 DHCP and server 2 DNS and server 2 DHCP. So suppose if you have 2 DNS and 1 DHCP in 20 branches, so that's 40 DNSs already lined up in one window. So you can connect to any one of those from within one window. That's the main benefit of IPAM, and it's a free service. Otherwise, you have to purchase an expensive software to see all the servers in one window. Although you can do that by MMC as well. We have added within MMC 2 DNS, 3 DNS, 4 DNS as well. That's also another free feature there, MMC, Microsoft Management Console. So whenever your goes green, so it will look like this. At least you should see that, right? So you could understand and just trigger it after 5 minutes or 2 minutes or 3 minutes, right? So here, once you see the DNS, now if I go to DHCP scopes here, that's under that DNS and DHCP. So I click the DHCP scopes, it doesn't show any scopes right now or reservations. If I click the reservations, I didn't create any reservation, but I did create a scope here. It's not showing that. If I click the tasks here, retrieve server data. So it should retrieve. I have one scope created there. I think we all have one scope created there. So I'm just going to click the retrieve server data. It may or may not work right away. So I can just say, I'm telling it, hey, just whatever DHCP scope is created there, just import it here as well. So sometimes it works right away, sometimes it doesn't work. So it did search, it did not import anything right now. I'm going to refresh that. Oh, now it did. So I refreshed it after retrieving that. Now it says that your DHCP has one scope here. So that's pretty cool. If suppose you have in one DHCP 20 scopes, in another DHCP you have 30 scopes, in another DHCP you have 15 scopes. So so you can see all the scopes here. So see company scope 3, company scope 2, and scope 1. All the scopes of DHCPs, both DHCPs are showing here now. Today I don't know what's wrong with my machines, but it's working fine with IPAM. Otherwise, what's right with my machines? Everything is perfect. Okay, so I decided to keep this laptop from now on. Oh, just kidding. Okay, so here all the scopes are showing here, and that is the scope. So scope 1, remember we created that, and company scope 2 we created 10.0.0 for the failover clustering lab. So all this is showing there. If I go to DNS zones here, now DNS zone, there is exactly that's what I have here. There is net plus domain. This is a zone that I have. No data or unknown is showing there, so I'll just tell it, go to tasks here, and can you retrieve server data from my DNS as well, right? And I have just 2 DNS. Suppose I had 20 DNS or 40 DNS, so it will retrieve data from all DNS servers, and that's pretty cool. So once you retrieve the data, you have to click refresh here. After click the retrieve, then click refresh. So if I refresh, now you see they have communicated and it is green now. I had to struggle in previous courses for this. So anyway, since it is working fine, so this is the perfect video for IPAM that I could just upload and say perfect video. Whenever whichever lab works perfectly, I put up word perfect there as well. So I would know in future. I would. Huh?
You know yourself.
Yeah. Yes. Today, no. Some labs are so bad. Something doesn't work, then the other thing doesn't work. So sometimes it is good. So I have to. I will in future. I'll refer to this one for IPAM. So refresh and it takes out. It communicates with the DNS zones. It communicates with DNS scopes here. But just communicating and showing, is that all that it does? It does give you all the features of, okay, this scope has prefix length this and this scope. So it gives all the information about that as well. How much IP addresses have been used up already in each scope, right? 1.96%. So it gives you a dashboard kind of information on all the scopes that I have. So that's what I would really want to see. The next thing is, if I click the scope, I know this scope is living on server 1. I'm sitting on IPAM 1 here, right? So if I right click here, now I can do a lot of remote configurations from here to that scope. Maybe this is a New York DC. Maybe this is a Sao Paulo DC domain controller. Maybe it's in Singapore, that domain controller, DHCP server, right? So I can make all the changes after seeing that which domain controller I'm touching right now. So I would know that scope 1 is on server 1 here, right? So that would be pretty cool. And I can just start making changes in that scope even without remotely RDPing into that. Maybe you can just disable the RDP, right? Because it could be a security hazard, right? That anyone would want to connect if the RDCP, RDP protocol is enabled, remote desktop services is enabled. So disable it, but make the changes like this. You don't have to log into the server to make that changes, right? So create DHCP reservation, duplicate DHCP. Now reservation, do we know what is reservation? We know that, right? You reserve one DHCP IP, dynamic IP. So can this happen here? If I click the create DHCP reservation for server 1's scope, I have 3 scopes there. I'm making a change in one scope remotely from IPAM. So create DHCP reservation and it will show me this window. Now this is not how the DHCP window looks like in a DHCP server, but here it looks like this, right? So you can, that's the idea that I'm trying to give here, that specify the values to create a DHCP reservation. So, reservation for CEO's laptop, suppose it's that. And IP address, well, it has to be an IP address, existing IP address there, 192.168.200. Okay, let's reserve, I think I've given the range from 50 to 100, so I'll just give 50. And client ID, maybe it's CEO laptop. Maybe I named it like that. Normally, if it's a CEO's laptop, don't name it like that. The hackers will know right away. Oh, thank you, administrator. You told us right away it's CEO's laptop, so we can hack it. Yeah.
One IP.
Reservation, one IP can be reserved, but
If you want to make the range,
the reservation is one IP. Reserve means that then DHCP will not take away the IP, even if CEO went for 1 year. It will not take. Lease time is over 1 year back. It will never take it. It's like a static IP. So yeah, it is for one IP. Now client ID, the specified client ID is invalid. Are you kidding me? I think it's a MAC address or something. Normally we have to give MAC address there for. So, but I just want to show you that remotely now. Suppose this is on any branch, I am making a change inside a scope here, and then it's DHCP or bootp and then we go for enable DNS here. So all those options are in a different window with some advanced options that are not there in normally when you are doing directly in DHCP. Those options are, there are some extra options there, right? So because I know this IP doesn't exist, so that's why it's not working right now. So like it's not given to any machine. In fact, I think it is given to a client 01, this one, Windows 10. So, but I need to just grab the MAC address of that. You know how I can grab a MAC address? I can go to server 1 and inside a DHCP and grab the MAC address. DHCP normally, if DHCP has given an IP to any machine, it grabs its MAC address as well. So DHCP, and then there's that. So scope and address leases. Oh, okay. So now I started my Windows 10 and it should get an IP from here. So I could just make that as a reservation just to prove that from IPAM I can do anything that I can do from here, right? So WinRoot 15 is already there. So it should have got an IP address already. So server 1, if I go there, I'll check that if it gave an IP to the new client 1 or not. Refresh, refresh, refresh. And oh no, it's not the 10. I should not see the 10. It should be the 20 scope, 200 here. Yeah, there it is. So client, so now 276, but I can see the MAC address here as well. If I just go down and scroll right, this is the MAC address, unique ID, client ID it was asking. This is the client ID, right? So anyway, we can just grab that and then put it there, and it will just reserve that IP there. So you put a client ID and an IP there, 76, and you're good. So here I was just making that, and this is 76. But the point is that we can do that from IPAM. 76, right? And the MAC address, whatever the MAC address is, suppose I go for blah, 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 something. So you have to say blah, blah, blah. Okay, apply. And it might give an error or not. So that MAC address does not exist. I just put it, then it said yes, that's a MAC address. But of course I will get a problem later if I did that in production environment. You just have to copy that MAC address. But here you see that with IPAM you can do it like this. You don't have to really go to that server. You can just retrieve it from there, everything, all information. So reservation, now I have created reservation, right? Where is it? So this is the screen for reservations. So oh, it created 2 reservations. Okay, no, it didn't create 2 reservations. When I create reservation here, server 1, it got duplicated or updated in server 2 as well. So server 2 also has the same reservation, which is perfect. So how many DHCP servers have that reservation? I can see from here, from a central dashboard, right? So this is IPAM. If your server gets discovered, if your server, so if I go back there, I just want to see that it looks so good. Oh, yes, good man. Oh, okay, anyway, so let's go ahead. If it's done, oops. Okay, keep trying, guys.
I got one.
All right. Woohoo.
Server 1. I'm ready for server 2 now.
Okay, so it's not like totally impossible. It's like
Takes time.
somebody got it.
It takes time.
So unmanaged. Nargis, you also got just unmanaged.
Still trying.
Good, hang in there. It's the determination that gets us success. We need to be determined. Okay, DHCP scopes remotely we can do. I just did that one thing, and then DNS zones we can remotely. So if I'm going to go to the DNS zones, right click here, add DNS resource record. I can create an extra resource record. Suppose somebody said that, hey, in Sao Paulo branch there are 5 printers there, but there is no admin there. So can you connect from IPAM to Sao Paulo branch's DNS server and add the A record of 5 printers? What is an A record? Name of printer 1, IP. Printer 2, IP. Printer 3, IP. That's all you need to put there. So then others can access that printer by name, right? So add a resource record. Now it is on server 2 right now. It is showing me. So I can, it's okay for me. So I'm just going to go for add a DNS resource record here. And net plus domain, DNS zone. So I'm just going to click new. And then it goes down here and says, what do you want? Is it a printer? So I'm just going to say yes. First of all, I want to create an A record. So this is the A record. And we created that before as well, right? So A record. And then it says what is the name of the A record and what is the IP of the A record. So I'm going to say, suppose it's Sao Paulo printer 1. And the IP is, I'm just going to give some make-believe IP. 192.168. 200.77, and that's it. So, and do create a pointer record in Sao Paulo's branches, DHCP's reverse lookup zone. Create that as well, and that's it. So, and press OK. Well, it should work. Yep. Okay, I pressed OK, and it seems that it has worked. So I just need to see where it is. Retrieve server data again and refresh. It's not gonna. It might not show here, but I can confirm from the DNS as well. So there are. So if I click that net plus domain dot local here, now there are zone properties down here. So what we see here is that you can handle all the DNS and DHCP servers remotely once they are successfully discovered. And main area is DNS and DHCP servers in the monitor and manage. So, and then if we go down here further, there's a server groups here, and server groups. Now we only see 2 servers here. Otherwise, it will be 40, 50, 60 servers in a large organization. So you can just check that how the servers are running right now. And suppose you want to connect to another server 1's DNS now remotely. You want to connect that to there. So I can just right click on server 1 and then launch MMC. You know what MMC does? It's one window that opens the full DNS on that one window. So I want to say that, okay, server 1 is suppose located in London branch. So I will right click and launch MMC. Now the whole DNS server of London branch will open in front of me. This is actual DNS server, right? You don't have to go to that server by remote desktop and connect to that like this. Now we are inside the DNS server itself, right? So you can just right click and go inside any DNS server by right clicking here and launch MMC. It will just open that DNS server in front of you. Now it had opened in that single window the second server as well, right? So you can still see the first one and you are now seeing the second one as well. You can keep on opening third, fourth, fifth, and they will all show up like this, server 1, server 2 in a launch MMC. So that's also a very cool feature that you want to open 3 or 4 DNS server together just to make some changes there or just to compare some changes there, right? So that is in server groups. They group together. So, and also you just want to see DHCP servers. How many DHCP servers are there? So just DHCP servers, but they are already showing here anyway, and only DNS servers as well. So how many DNS servers are there? So that's pretty cool. And then there's event catalog, and that is all the events coming for the DNSs and DHCP servers. So you can see from one area what errors are coming on which server, and if it's a critical one, just follow up with that error and try to check what's going on, right? So all the events are happening, event catalog. So that's good. Suppose you added 50 DNS server, DHCP servers, then those events for all 50 will be coming here. That will be a lot of events, but you can just go with username based, domain name based, forest name based. Okay, and then access control. Woohoo! Let's go there. So access control is that who do you want to give access and how much access you want to give to that user in the IPAM. Suppose a new junior admin just joined in. So suppose after this program you join any company as a level 2 administrator, level 1 administrator. Some of the level 1 are not only desktop support jobs, they're also some servers they also give you. So I was looking at Scotiabank job there, one of the Scotiabank job, it is saying level 1 desktop support, but they're saying that you should know WSUS server, WDS servers, you should know group policy as well. So that is supposed, this means they're going to give you server side as well as client side. So some level 1 are tough. They are more towards level 2 and 3 as well. So Scotiabank is a big bank, so of course it's a bank. So it's a huge network. So that's why the job responsibilities are bigger. So that job is also there in Indeed.com right now. I was amazed that level 1 should know also, server side a lot. So what you're knowing is also good. If you can say all that confidently in the interview, you're good, right? That's the main difficult thing. That can you say it in the interview?
But we had to work also, no?
And they will know from questions also that do we know how to work? Yeah. Let's suppose they give you the, practical as well, that you have done the lab or not, right? So the more lab we have done, the more confidence we will have. So there are many roles in IPAM as well. DNS record administrator role. Suppose this is a large environment and you have another junior admin or another admin that you want to give only DNS records. So only in IPAM, that guy will only be doing DNS records, but will not be touching any DHCP related stuff, or just the DHCP but not touching any DNS. So you can give any guy a delegation, or in IPAM only DNS manage that, or only DHCP manage that, or only scopes of DHCP but nothing else, or only reservations in DHCP. You can give it to the desktop support guys, right? Hey, open IPAM and this is the role you're going to do. You're just going to reserve IP for any PC across the organization. Suppose there are thousands and thousands of PCs, so only one guy doing only reservations is also a big task. So this is all we're checking. But now, how to create our own role and how to give it to a user. So access control, if you're there, this is roles. We already have defined roles, but we can create our own role. Hey, this responsibility, this responsibility, this responsibility, I want that new guy to handle, right? So we can create our own role as well, other than what is defined already there. So if we go to the tasks here, so there is add user role written here. So let's click that add user role, and then it could be desktop support role. So, and then we can add any task that we want them, the desktop guys, to handle, right? We can do that. So desktop support role, and then we can randomly, suppose we're just pretending, of course. So you can just go down the task that what exact task you want to give. That's pretty cool, right? So you don't want to give the task of delete, but maybe you want to give the task of activate and create and just edit, but don't delete, right? So the user will not be able to delete anything. So that's pretty cool. It goes really granular now, that you can main tasks are there, and then inside subtasks that you can remember. So you can really go down granular here, selecting only what you want the users to do, and what you don't want, don't select it, right? So if I just so we see that this is what we need to understand is that it goes down granular, and you can just select few tasks. Suppose it's just for DHCP scopes and creating and not for DNS. So I'll just put in the description only DHCP tasks. I could go down in detail and just even mention those tasks there as well. So whenever I see that role, I would see the task. Oh yeah, these are tasks. So let's add this new guy here. So we can do that too. Only DHCP tasks, and press OK. Or you can just select any other. But we're just learning how to do that, right? So once I press OK, where is our desktop support? There it is. Desktop support role. The new role has been created here. Now, once the new role has been created here, so we can check down here access scopes. So access, when you click the access control, down here roles are showing, and then access scopes are showing, and then access policies are showing. If you click the roles, so I have selected the desktop support role. So it will show what roles are inside already, what exact tasks that person can do who is added to this role. If you select on top of that DNS, it shows already down here. That's a lot of tasks, huge amount of tasks for DNS. Wow, it's a full DNS administrator. Oh yeah, it is administrator. So IP address record administrator, that's just create IP, edit IP, delete IP. IPAM administrator role, now that's administrator, so everything related to DHCP and DNS as well. Yeah, everything. That's IPAM administrator. So all the tasks that you can do here. That's pretty extensive, right? So, but we've just created ourselves desktop support role, and it shows these 4 tasks that I randomly selected. So, how to give a scope that, is it going to be all areas of IPAM, or is going to be just one branch? We haven't created sub branches here, or we haven't created the whole infrastructure here. But access scopes, if you go for, let's click that access scopes here, and then go up there to tasks and add access scope. So what is the scope? What is the area of this desktop support roles? So we can just click the new and type here New York. Suppose it's only the DHCP of New York that you want this guy to handle and click add. So click the new and then type New York and click add here, right? So once you have clicked add, then press OK and OK, right? So did it create that, or did I cancel it? I canceled it. So if I refresh it, no. So I'll just click the add access scope and new and New York and add, and then press OK. So it looks like this now, right? So once you press OK here, now it looks like this. Third thing is access policies. So who do you want to add to the desktop support role? So access policies, if you click there, then you go to tasks and then add access policy as well. So in access policy, now which user, suppose it's a new admin, suppose you got newly hired in a company, so they would just create your username inside the Active Directory, and then you can just click add here, and from Active Directory, well, it's not Active Directory right now, it's just showing my local server. So I'll click the locations and click the entire directory, press OK, and then I hope I have Alan Reed. Alan, check name, oh yeah, and press OK. And then, oh no, just one ad. Yeah, apply. But no, here, Alan Reed, and then there's a new. Specify the access settings for the access policy. So I'm just going to click new here. And if I go down here, which role you wanted to give this guy? So I'm going to go down to desktop support role. That's what I created, right?
Yeah.
So desktop support role, and what is the scope? It's New York. So click the New York desktop support role. Now who is this guy? Alan Reed. And Alan Reed is added to the desktop support role. Only can do 4 tasks inside DHCP. That's a very limited role. And then the scope. So apply, and so now Alan Reed can only do 4 tasks in IPAM, and it is already green here as well. Wow. Today I see a lot of green. That's so good. Wow.
So we didn't see even one.
See your wallet.
Green?
Green is very good.
Oh, if it's greener, the better. Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah,
The
right.
wallet.
Nothing
The
happened.
wallet is empty, but yeah, it is green here. So
He said green means go.
green means go, exactly. Yeah. So
No luck.
I have completed IPAM, and you haven't discovered. You got both? All
I was
right.
following you for
Woo. Okay.
Nice.
Good.
Yeah, good.
I just waited.
Come on, General. General. General Gabriel. Sir, did you get both detected or not? Soldier. Yes, sir. No, come on, man. It's detected, man. Come on, make it happen. Suppose you're in a 40 per hour job. You have to make it happen. Successful. No, it's not easy. I'm saying that make it happen because it has happened to me already. Otherwise, throughout the class, I could not make it green. So next class, when I started, oh, it's green now. So it's not easy.
You and I
Any
will-
beach you put it there.
Then I put it there. No, in production environment also, I was stuck, and we knew that it's not gonna, it takes time, so we did it on the weekend. It will take time, and you have to resolve all the issues. There was no issue, but just keep running the commands, and we had to restart IPAM server again. Then it slowly got detecting, and just group policy, just run the group policy again on those servers which were not detected. So we had to troubleshoot our way for 1 or 2 weeks actually to get all 50 servers, or I don't know how many, 60 or 70 servers were there. So it takes time.
Just manage and manage.
Manage, unmanage, yeah. Yeah. So it will trigger it, otherwise leave it there half an hour, 1 hour, and then then manage, unmanage again after 1 hour. It might be green already. So I'm just lucky that I got it green right away. Otherwise, I'm normally I'm crying the most. Hey, where is mine? All others say yes, mine done, mine done, mine done. So, alright guys, this is pretty much IPAM, where you can remotely do DNS and DHCP scopes and DNS zones, group the servers together, mainly for DNS and DHCP it is. And if I go for that and just, keep looking at this now. Okay, just kidding.
Just make it green. He just told you.
Yeah. So yeah, okay guys. Yeah. So let's go for Nick teaming. Woohoo! Yay!
What?
Nick team. New topic.
New topic?
Nick teaming. There's like right now rocks are coming. Oh.
That's okay. That's okay.
Mmm.
Okay. Now I try again.
Mmm. Good, man. Hang in there. I mean, it's gonna work, man. Make it happen. Troubleshoot. Or just shoot. Yeah. Huh?
We make another IPAM, but doesn't work.
Yes. No, that was good. You were really there. No, this proves if you have totally different machines, so nothing wrong with the machine, right? It's a domain controller.
Then you just create a new one, right? When the name is different.
Yeah, even the name is
IPM2.
different. Oh, name different and IPAM2 different, right?
Yeah.
So the command is not communicating with the group policy. Now we have, these servers, our servers are normally unreliable. We have done so much experimentation here. And yeah, it joined the domain, so there is no problem of SID there, right? It joined the domain, so it's okay. Your template is okay as well.
My one both not green.
No, not green.
Not green?
Gah.
Both not green.
Man, you're doing what I used to do. Come on, man. All of a sudden it doesn't work. Okay. So,
My
but
one, both not green.
both.
Then your keyboard. It might work.
Yeah. So we can spend rest half an hour in troubleshooting or just shooting. No, just troubleshooting. Or we can, huh? Or we can go for a very small topic called IFM.
But how to solve this problem?
How to solve reinstall the domain controller. Domain control. So it's not communicating with group policy. It could be, man. With these machines, our machines, if it doesn't work with me, I'm gonna go ahead.
Any other thing we can check
No,
in server?
I install again.
No, IPAM you installed again, or the
Everything.
Yeah,
the new domain controller.
Yeah, everything.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, you see, the same.
The command worked.
No.
No, the PowerShell command worked.
Yeah.
PowerShell command worked. So you have the three.
Okay, I run again this command.
No. If it once worked, it's okay. But do you see this group policy management 3 policies there?
Okay, I check.
Certainly it will take time.
Yeah.
It's very hard.
These 3.
No, it's not very hard. It just takes time. This part takes
These 3. If these 3 are there,
No.
Master G, come on. These 3, if they're not there, don't go ahead. So you have to put the PowerShell commandlet.
Yeah, I do it.
So it should be there. If it's not there, then the commandlet is wrong, or it's not working, or you gave the wrong domain name, or
Same like
Yeah.
me.
The same here.
Which one?
oh, 2 guys having. So it's not even communicating with the group policy.
No.
So
Ah.
it's a very good chance to troubleshoot.
Or just shoot the laptop and give it to me. No.
You don't want it to be shot. So it is not, now we understand it is not the problem of domain.
No, it is the problem of.
Because he create new domain,
Uh-huh.
it doesn't work for him.
Well, these are the steps. There could be anything, and we have to now
So we
go
have to
for
solve
anything.
Some other issues.
Yeah, we have to pursue some other issues, but long
Not
troubleshooting.
domain, not, IP.
Yeah, long troubleshooting. Normally, we don't have that kind of time for long troubleshootings. But
For 2 people here, majority.
majority, still minority. If you go for majority, it's minority right now. So.
No, major is